Okay, thank you for joining me today. Look, I figured I'd get silly out of the way. I always like to start with being silly, but we started our Xbox journey. I know it sounds corny, but no, I've never owned an Xbox. I'm a lifelong fan of Microsoft. No, because Windows is really been a part of my life since the beginning. So I say Windows, I think you're cool. Microsoft, I like what you're cooking over there. I see what you're doing. And I say, you know what? 6 months ago, approximately 5 months, we're about to celebrate our 6-month anniversary with our Xbox. And I said to myself, you know what? I like creating content. And even if I don't necessarily make this purchase, I think it would be cool as a YouTuber, as an aspiring professional gamer. Super Cat Muscles. To make a purchase $10,000. I've seen YouTubers spend 10 grand on building a PC, and I'm like, well, what if I got Xbox and then I got, 10 grand worth of software, accessories. So this is what I got. This is what I came up with. Here we go. I'm gonna go a little quick because it is, 208 items, but I'm not gonna go too fast. I'm just gonna focus on, if I skim over something, I have it in my cart because I want to play it, buy it, try it. But here we go. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I get excited when I'm like, okay, here we go. Okay, here we go, guys. I'm excited for this game. Looks so much fun. I watched the preview of the trailer and it looked really cool. Look, these heads, I haven't tried out Microsoft headphones. Dude, I'm a huge fan of Tropico. One of the original, I think I can't remember which one I played. Maybe it was the second one, but I loved Tropico. That's absolutely worth the money, in my opinion. These are all my own opinions, okay? That I forget that. It was cool though. Commandos 2 were almost, maybe very close to being one of my all-time favorite games. So don't make fun of me. That's was the heyday of my career when Commandos 2 came out. I was like, this is me. I want to be a pro gamer playing Commandos 2. No, that was in the early 2000s. This looks fun. I tried this out, and this is how I feel about Game Pass. Game Pass has allowed me to try out a bunch of games that I can then say later on, I want to buy that. So I think this was on Game Pass for just a little bit. I tested it. If I'm remembering correctly, but this is cool. This is worth the money. But Cyberpunk, I absolutely want to play that. Shout out to all the cool people on YouTube. Shout out to Free Anderson for turning me on to the Cyberpunk. This Parcel Corps was on sale, not on sale now. Shout out to Yakuza. Absolutely worth $109. Shout out to Poppy Playtime. Mad Max was on sale, no longer on sale, but I still think it's worth $20. Come on now, guys. This looked cool. I want to buy it. Totem, I need to get this. $3.99 on sale. That's absolutely worth it. I own it on the Switch, but it's just a fun game. I haven't even played through the whole game, but it's just fun. Gungrave, I want to buy the hard copy of this. That's a sweet game. That's worth hard copy in my opinion. Okay, here we go. Monopoly. You know what? This is a shout out to all the beat 'em ups and sorry, I'm scooting my chair to let my son by. He needs to get by me. Shout out to all the people who appreciate this game. I think, if I remember correctly, I believe Miss Click said that she actually bought this game. So I think that says a lot to me. When someone that you respect and you watch them play video games and you're like, wow, this person, I appreciate the games that they play. I usually value that person's opinion slightly more, possibly. Occasionally, when I feel like it. I don't know, I'm just messing around. Okay, here we go. Worms is just cool, dude. Saints Row, I still haven't figured out.
I like Saints Row because I kill a bunch of people.
I like the game a lot. People have spoken poorly about Saints Row, but I think it's an amazing game. I would absolutely buy it. This game is cool. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm not gonna try. I don't know.
Yeah,
Booty. A Space for the Unbounded. I'm going to buy this game everywhere I see it. I just love it. I haven't finished it. I put a few out, I don't remember, a couple dozen, maybe a dozen hours. But it's a fun game, and it's a cool way also to like practice and learn how to read a language. So that's one of the first when I started with my son learning how to read, relearning how to read English, because I'm still learning again. You know, I mess up all the time, so I'm still relearning. But this is a fun game. I absolutely, I want the hard copy. I want the PS4 version. I want the Xbox version. I want them to come out with an Xbox One version. That's right. That's right. Okay, so here we go. Dead Space, one of the best games, bro. One of, you know, I played this only for a few hours.
But that's the best game.
One of the best games, dude. Yes, Dead Space, absolutely, dude. This game, seriously. No, I was blown away with just how good it looks. Just how, you know, how the game pulls you in and you want to play it. It's just a great game. You know, I can't speak highly enough. Jason, please, with the booties. He gets really obsessed with booties. Oh, I forgot. When I do the trailer, I have to. Oh, okay, you're gonna have to find that. Booty. Okay, here we go. Serious Sam, you know, what can I say? Great game. This we're waiting on, but we want to try this out. We're gonna test this. Dude, when this was on Game Pass, epic, bro. I want to buy maybe the hard copy of this. I'm gonna find this. But Ride 5, absolutely. I think it's worth it. I think it's worth $90. That's my opinion. Okay, please just set it down. That's fine. You want me to heat it up?
No.
Okay. Legend Bowl, dude, this game looks like so much fun. I have it, I think, on the PS5. But my gosh, so much fun. It reminds me of back in the day. I used to play football. Football and baseball, I think, were the most fun on the Game Boy back in the day. And I love, you know, sometimes I'm like, look, some games I don't necessarily want to play in real life, but I love playing video game versions of it. So like I'm the opposite of like a lot of people. I think a lot of people don't want to watch and therefore they don't play the video game version of the game. But I'm the opposite. Like I like playing certain games in a video game. They're just fun. Baseball was Game Boy. Shout out to Game Boys out there. If any Game Boys are watching, please put a heart in the comments for me. You little Game Boy bot. I'm just kidding. There's no Game Boy bots out there. What if they did? They loaded a bot on the Game Boy. They're like, look it. I'm just messing around. Yeah. Okay, hold on, Dami. All right, here we go. Just things that catch my eye. Here we go. We got this on the Switch. I'm gonna test this out. Produce is an epic game, bro. I'm into these like I forget what it's called. Yeah, we have like every version of the Goat game. Okay, Black the Fall. This looks really cool. I watched the trailer. Rush Rally is the same thing. Stray, I tested and I think it's worth buying. I do. Fires of Rubicon we own on the PS5, but I would like to try this. I know. Stop, please, Tommy, please. No, I'm trying to do a video for real. No, because he gets really silly, and I want him to stop. Like I don't need that in the video. Mafia. No, but this on the PS4. Gosh, I just love the side-scrolling kind of like old school shooter. Like I think that genre can be like explored even more. Like better weapons. No, I mean no. Some of these games they do a great job with the weapons. This is what we're testing right now. Raven's Watch. Shout out to Tropico again. Why does it in here twice? Look, there's a Switch triple pack for this Cat Quest. That is worth getting, bro. If you have a Nintendo Switch. But this is a cool game. We played the second one for like a couple dozen hours. That's a great game. I'm just a huge Devil May Cry fan. I am. I'm like the Carmen Sandiego. This is one I want to try. I want to try with Dami. We're gonna play together. I hope. This game looks cool too. And then SnowRunner. This same thing. I saw this. Okay, so here we go. So I would I would absolutely recommend. I want to test one. I have not gotten my hands on one, but a 1 terabyte Series S. And then now shout out to Microsoft if you ever watch my content. If I ever feel like I connect with Microsoft at a personal, deeper level, I'd say, look, now that the Snoop Dogg Galactic Edition of the Series X is sold out, why not release a digital only 2 terabyte? That would be my my thing to Microsoft. If I say, look, guys, now there that option. You always have to have that like thing to aspire to have. That's my opinion. Okay, Bro Force always. I send a shout out to my bros on the Force. So shout out to Bro Force. Max Payne 3 looks cool. Again, look, I would get the Lost Crown version because I lost my crown. I need a new one. This looks cool. I like this. Windjammer. Shout out to Radical Reggie. He's absolutely right. You need to get radical with your health. If you want to be healthy, you have to be radical with your health, and that's why I think it's very important to preventative medicine. That's the things I have on my channel. You know, whatever you have to do to make sure that your body stays regular. All of the functions of your body should be regular for preventative medicine and for your just to maintain optimal health. So shout out to Radical Reggie. Shout out to Windjammers too. Dude, we missed the window for this, bro. I can't believe it. Microsoft, please, can you release more of that $200? The which one? The drinks. He finished his drinks. Okay, let me get him a new drink. But Microsoft, please. I'm gonna get this. We're gonna. Oh, you know what we're gonna do instead? I was gonna buy the $200 the figure that Microsoft had. That was gonna release with the game. So you got the game, the figure, and then I think one other thing. But please do another. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. But please do that again. Do it again. Yes.
Wasabi.
Okay, here, bro. Here.
Wasabi.
Okay, I'm almost done.
I don't want this.
Okay, please stop.
Okay.
Okay, one moment's done. No, my sons do a great job. Thank you for giving me a few moments here. Out of my time to speak to all the people that I appreciate out there. Split Fiction, this looks so cool. I hope I get to play with Udami. Like where it's a co-op. No, I hope there are more co-op games that like you get to play. That's I think where you're on the same screen, but not split screen. I'm kind of like I'm not a huge fan of split screen. It's okay. This looks cool. I would love to one day try out the Charlize Xbox controller. I think it's so cool. Okay, so you can get the refurbished Snoop Dogg 2 terabyte, but just the brand new out of the box 2 terabyte OG Galactic Snoop Dogg edition you can no longer buy brand new. This is the refurbished 1 terabyte digital. That is the best bang for your buck, in my opinion. I mean, you want to talk about best refurbished digital, only $400 for a powerhouse system, probably faster than any PC that you could build on your own. That's just my opinion because you got to factor in driver support and the amount of time and attention to detail that NVIDIA, AMD, any company, Intel is putting into all of their software support. I think you're going to be better off getting an Xbox. That's just my opinion. This is the OG Xbox, the one I think that, it literally and I think that's worth having. I do. Even if someone's like I'm not into it, but look, consider it a PC. I think very soon you're going to have more support for Office. I want to see Office come over to the Xbox. I see no reason why Microsoft Office is not available on the Xbox. I think that it will be a game changer. Once you have like PowerPoint, once I can use like the optimized hard drive support for like things like PowerPoint and like not PowerPoint, sorry, like Photoshop or things that are like very graphics intensive, but in a way of making creative content. Yeah, the Xbox is gonna shine. I just think that like they didn't realize what they had. They sold it like all in one thing, but then they really just made it not possible to have it be an all-in-one device. How could you not put Office on there? I don't know what executive thought that you could have an all-around device without allowing Microsoft Office on that device. I'm gonna work my butt off for like 40 plus more years just so I can sit down at a board meeting and say, excuse me, what was wrong with you? What were you thinking to create a product that we've been working together for decades towards reaching a goal that you then decided to not make possible? How did that happen? I hope one day I can stand there and I can be very calm and polite and get an answer. That would be really cool to me. Okay, so here we go. The controllers look sweet. So thank you. Okay, here we go. And this looks cool too. Alan Wake. I thought that's a game I think looks cool. This Slave Zero X, same thing. Gears of War. Again, that's how I feel about Game Pass. I'm like, look, I test the games out, and then I'm like, these are absolutely worth getting. I didn't realize how great Gears of War are. I just want to submerge myself into the Gears of War world and just play them all. Thank you. There is my $10,000 cart. And shout out to Microsoft for I tried to fill my cart. I think, I can't remember, don't quote me, but I think on the PlayStation Store you can only have like 20 things in your cart. Gosh, PlayStation. I'm at 207 on the Microsoft Store, and then who knows what the limit is. Maybe I can get like $900,000 worth of things in there, maybe $1 million. No, thank you guys. I love you, and please don't take it personal, Microsoft. I love you as a company. I will still continue to purchase things, but I think that a little bit of constructive criticism is acceptable, especially for someone who, like I said, I'm not trying to be rude, but I'm a part owner of the company. I'm invested in the company. And I appreciate the company, the products, the software, the community, everything. So, if anything, I appreciate you more for even the consideration that you would listen or take to heart anything I had to say in any of my videos. Thank you. I love you.